Welcome back. Hopefully, since the last video, you have constructed your cylinder for your crew capsule using one of the two strategies that I taught you. And you have some sort of top to your crew capsule. In this case, I've made a nose cone as a separate part. Obviously, it could be in there the design that you already have done here with your nose cone. Uh, we now need to construct our egg because we're going to need to have two eggs in our um, in our uh, crew capsule. So I'm going to save this second version of the cylinder that I made so that no, I'm not. I am. I'm going to save it, and that way I will have it depending on which thing I decide to use in the final assembly. All right, so now I'm going to make a new part. So again, new part. And this time I'm going to make the egg. So when I start my sketch, I need to use one of the vertical axes. The egg is kind of an interesting shape because it's kind of a round circle on the bottom, but then it's got those curves to make the top. So what you're going to need to do is measure the exact height of the egg and give yourself kind of a line to kind of start out with as a guide for how tall the egg should be. So I'm starting at the origin and I'm just making this up. I'm going to say the egg is 2.5 inches tall. And so I kind of have this like guideline here that's 2.5 inches. And you can use any series of arcs and circles and etc. that you want to make the egg. You're trying to approximate its shape as accurately as possible. So I'm actually going to start with a circle because the bottom part of the egg is kind of circular. And I'm going to just kind of guess about maybe a third of that line that I drew here. Whoops, and I'm just going to make a circle that goes down to the end of my guideline. So notice I know I'm at the end because my point has turned green. So I'm going to make that circle. And then I'm going to use the arc tool from there. I want the 3-point arc. So I'm going to start up at the top. And again, I know I'm at the top of my line because my point is green. And then I'm going to connect that to the side of my circle, and I'm just gonna kind of like arch that out so it kind of gives me kind of that like rounded egg shape. And then I'm gonna do the same thing to the other side. Oops. Oh, something's wrong with my arc. All right, and again, I'm looking for the green that tells me I'm in the right spot. And then notice when I get straight across from my original point, there's a nice little straight line there that tells me like I'm in the same plane as where that point was. And then, oops, except for I didn't actually click. And then I'm going to arc that out just similar. Right, and then I'm going to get rid of my arc tool. So notice that now I kind of have this like arced shape at the top, and then I have this circle, but then I've got this part of the circle I don't really want right here. So the way we get rid of that is we use the trim tool. So I click on the trim tool, notice the arrow with the plus sign, and I'm going to select the circle. And basically it's going to show me with dashed lines the part of the circle it's going to remove. So it's basically removing that circle, the line for the circle in between the nearest 2 points. And so when I click on that, notice now that inside part of the circle is gone. When I do it on this other side, this other part of the circle is gone as well. And so I have just the outer shape. Now, just like before, in order to extrude this, we really need it to be like completely connected. So I'm going to just pick one of those lines. I'm going to click close the loop, and I'm going to make sure that this loop is closed all the way around. The loop has successfully closed, and there we have it. And this center line will also be the line that I revolve around as well. So just like we did with the cylinder, instead of extruding, we're going to select revolve. We're going to tell it the profile we want to revolve around. So I need to be able to see the whole thing. Now there's two choices that we can do for profile. We can click half of it and we can do the 360-degree revolution, and it will go all the way around with half. Or we can click the whole thing and we can just do a 180 revolution, because if we do 180, then it'll go all the way around. So I'm going to do the 180 degrees. So I'm just going to change this to 180 just because it makes you like have to change something. And then obviously the axes we're revolving around is this line in the middle. And then when I click OK, something went wrong. All right, so hold on. Let's start over here. I'm going to revolve. Let's click the profile. Why is it not letting me click the profile? There it goes. All right, I'm going to do the 360 and see if something happened to my 180. Right, there's my line of symmetry. All right, well, that did it just fine. So notice I now have my egg. All right, so now that we have our egg and we have our nose cone and we have our cylinder, we're going to put these together in an assembly. So the next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go open the file again. Click new. Only this time we're going to click assembly. So this is the first time we've used the assembly tool. All right, so to start out with, we want to be on the 3D model tab. So, sorry, no we don't. We want to be on the design tab. Nope, the assemble tab. So we're going to be on the assemble tab, and we're going to start out by placing our first part. Now, when I click on place up here in the corner, notice that it automatically opens my folder with all of my parts in it. If you've recently saved something, it should go right to your H drive and find the parts that you've saved. If not, you'll have to navigate to your H drive or your Google Drive, wherever you've been saving your parts. Now, I can pick which cylinder I want to use. So I'm actually going to pick cylinder 2 just because I can. And it's asking you to place it. So basically, just like we did on the drawings, you're just going to click and it's going to place one. And if you wanted more copies of it, you could place as many as you want. Hit escape to get out of the place tool. Then I'm going to place my nose cone on top. So I'm going to scroll down here to nose cone. I'm going to open it. And just like we were doing before, I can, move it around and place it. Now, I want to place it right over the top. So I'm turning my view so that I'm looking right at the top, and I'm going to click when I have it kind of over the spot where I want it. And again, I can make as many copies of this as I want. I just want one. I'm going to hit escape. Now, I know that it's lined up to the top of my cylinder, but that doesn't always mean that it's aligned side to side. So where did my nose cone go? My nose cone is inside because remember I used the origin as the bottom of my nose cone. So notice that thing's like stuck there in the middle. And this frequently happens. So what we need to do is we need to be able to see through our crew capsule, which we're going to need for the eggs as well. And we need to be able to move that nose cone up to the top where it belongs. So to do that, we are going to open what's called a section view. And I got to remember where that is. I use it all the time, but I never remember where to find it. Oh, here it is. So it's in the view tab, and it says here half section view. So we're going to click on that, and notice now I have like a little kind of viewing window. But I have to tell it which plane I want to cut the crew capsule in half. So I can pick the YZ plane. It's a vertical plane. But then I'm going to have to reorient my crew capsule from the front. So I'm going to instead pick the XY plane. As you can see, the XY plane, and we'll cut it in half in the view that we are looking at. So I'm going to click on XY plane here, and notice we now have an internal view. It will allow me to offset that, but I want it to be right in the middle. So I'm just going to click on the red X, or the red check mark. So now notice I'm now looking at the crew capsule literally cut in half, and you can now see, hey, there's this like weird nose cone in the middle there. So I'm going to click on the nose cone, and I'm going to go back to assemble. And notice up here, there is a little tool called free move. So I'm going to click on free move, and notice I can move my nose cone up. I can scooch it over a little bit, make sure it's totally aligned. And again, you want to make sure that you're looking at it from different views to make sure that it's still aligned in those other views. So it's good to just do a quick little, round, make sure it's lined up the way you want it. So now my nose cone is in the right spot. While I have this on the half section view, I should also place my eggs. So I'm going to go back over here to the place tool, and then I'm going to click on egg. I'm going to open that. And now remember, I need 2 eggs. So I'm going to place one of my eggs, and then I'm going to place the other one of my eggs. And again, I can place as many as I want, but we need to have 2 eggs. Okay. Notice, oh no, Miss Thompson, remember the eggs are supposed to be sideways, not up and down. So this is a great opportunity to show you how to use the free rotate tool. So right under free move, we've got free rotate. So I've clicked on my egg, and now I can free rotate it so that it's, I don't like the whole thing. I can free rotate it so that it's on its side instead of straight up and down. So now if I look around, you can see that the eggs are going to be on their side instead of, vertical, which is one of the amazing powers of being able to use AutoCAD. Now, another thing I'm noticing here, I don't know if I like the fact that those 2 eggs are right on top of each other, and obviously I'm going to be putting some packing material in there, but I feel like I might actually want to put maybe some cardboard or something in between the eggs so they have a little shelf. So again, one of the powers of AutoCAD is I can go back to my cylinder, I remember I can open up that sketch. So this is my L-shaped sketch. And I'm gonna modify this a little bit. I'm gonna throw a rectangle in here. And I want it to be just exactly 0.1 tall. Oops, what happened? I lost it. Oh, nope, it didn't for some reason do the size that I wanted. I got 0.1 long instead of 0.1 tall. This needs to be 1.4 long. And I need to add my other dimension here because it doesn't. So that's where I need my 0.1. All right, now I've got this little rectangle in here. And I can connect it with everything else in there. Or I can edit my revolution so that it includes that particular rectangle. So I'm going to go ahead and finish the sketch, and I'm going to open up my revolution, and I'm going to click on profile, and it should let me, if I get rid of that, it should let me pick both of these as my profile. Hold on, it's closing it way too fast. I picked that one, then I picked this one. There we go. Now, if I close that, now I got to remember to save it so that the changes are saved inside the part that's talking to the assembly. But now when I go back to the assembly, ta-da, look, my little platform's already there. And the same you could do at the top to make sure that the eggs don't fall into the nose cone, things like that. Now, I suppose I should show you how to undo the half section view. So when you click on view and you've got half section view here, you just go down and end section view, and it will once again give you the entire enclosed crew capsule and your completed crew capsule. So what you're going to want to do now is go back and make sure that all of the pieces you're using, including 2 eggs in the right orientation, are added to your assembly. And then in the final video, we'll be making our 3 view drawings, and then also adding a new one that we're going to call the section view. So go ahead and finish up your crew capsule drawings, and then I will see you in the next video.